Okay, welcome to the first part of Reflexology, part 1, and we're going to go through the techniques, the relaxation techniques for reflexology. So I have my wonderful husband here, volunteered, with some beautiful 2 lots of feet. And so the first technique that you're going to learn is, I think, one of the best ones and the nicest ones to receive as well as giving. And it just takes a little bit of practice and a bit of patience, but it's a lovely one to get going on the body. So you'll see the diagram where you have your hands on the foot and they're on opposite sides, and I use the inside part of the palm that sits on the just that curve of the big toe, and so one palm goes there and the other palm is on the outside part of the little toe, not down the bottom, not right up where the toe is, just on the indentation, or the metatarsal, it's called, the head of the metatarsal. And so you can see my hands are open, they're not closed, you're not holding the foot really tight, they're just kind of nice and loose, and you start rocking backwards and forwards. So your hands are going in opposite directions, and you just start to get that nice gentle rock going. So you're not squeezing your hands together, because that will hurt the metatarsals and squeeze the foot, and the person won't feel very relaxed at all. So this whole technique, this first one, is about relaxing the whole body, and you start going backwards and forwards, and as you start to get a rhythm going, you'll probably hear a bit of slapping going on. So you get to slap the person. But it's one hand slapping on the top of the foot, that's all it is. And because my hands are relaxed, you start getting that little bit of a slap noise. But as you're rocking the foot, you can see the leg is starting to move as well. It's a bit hard to see on the video, but it starts to rock through the whole body. And then the more you do that, the more the person relaxes and goes with it, and you start to get that movement, swaying movement through the whole body. And this works with the lymphatic system, moving the blood through, relaxing the whole system. So you just do a couple of minutes on each foot. This one is the one I like the most, and I know it works extremely well in relaxing the person. Okay, so either side, palm part of your hand, hands open, not all closed up and stiff like that. And you just start rocking the foot backwards and forwards. And because your hands are relaxed, you start to get that little bit of a slap noise. Very good. Now the second one is, I kind of refer to it as when we were children, and my brothers, I had older brothers, and they would do that Chinese burn. It's a little bit like that. So as you can see on the diagram, 2 hands are over the foot. So you're looking at the inside part of the foot. Put your 2 hands over, they're very close together, they're not separated, close together. You start down on this point in here, and you do opposite movements. Quite often this hand is still and this one is doing the most of the movement. And then you bring your hand down a little bit and you're going up and down. Just so you've got a good grip of the foot and you're moving the foot. Okay, and then down a little bit. And this area in reflexology is the spine. It refers to the spine. So you've got your lower base of your spine, and then you're getting up into the middle of your back, into the between the shoulder blades and up to the neck area. So if you picture the spine through here in the curves, you're going through each vertebrae, and you're just doing that relaxation on the vertebrae and allowing the nerves to relax, unwind itself. And hopefully what would be nice is unblocking itself, or even the pinches of the nerves. And it's very nice getting that blood supply into in through the nervous system, and around the nervous system, I should say. And some people have noticed that they can feel this in their spine as well. They can feel little tinglings going on. It's a very nice feeling. So it's easier to go from the base up, but you can go from the top down. But it's a little bit easier on yourself going the other way. It's not wrong going forward and back. You do whatever suits you best, okay? You do that a couple of times, and then you do the other foot as well. So you start right down in the base. Is that nice, Glenn?
Very good.
Very good. So that's the second one. Now the third one is you make a fist and you cup your hand over the top of the foot and you put your fist in on that part here of the foot and you push in. As you're pushing in, your hand is cupped. So you push in and your hand sort of pushes against your hand as well at the same time. So the foot's in between. Okay, we'll do that on the other side. So got too many arms around, haven't I? So you're pushing in and you're sort of cupping your hand like that. If you imagine the foot in between, you're pushing and your hand is pushing against there. So this works in that diaphragm and in the lungs, all in the lung area. Okay, and the next one. Now this one works in the ankle. And you're going to have your hands are open and right either side of the ankle bones. And so that again, the palm of your hand is in on the ankle bone. And the ankle bone, fingers are nice slightly over the foot, over the leg. And you go opposite directions again. And you're going backwards and forwards. And that starts to rock. You can see the toes rocking and the whole foot. So it's moving in that ankle area backwards and forwards. Okay. And there's probably a little bit more pressure in here on your hands to get that movement going. It's very good for ankle joints. Loosens them up, frees them up. It's also very good for the hips because the ankle part in reflexology refers to the hips. Got that good movement going. You'll feel the muscles building up in your hands the more you do it, the more you practice. And let's do the other side. So don't be afraid to bring your foot over when it's twisted out. Bring it around so that it's comfortable. You've got one arm, one hand, palm of your hand on the ankle and the other one on the medial part of your ankle joint. And get that rock going. Okay, if you just do a little one, that's fine, not a problem. Just get things started. And then as you loosen it up more and your muscles start to develop more, you're able to get a bit better of a rock. You've got to remember, I've been doing this for 20, how old was my daughter? So about 28 years. So I probably do make it look easy. It's just getting a bit of practice going. Get a few people around in your bubble and that won't take long and they'll be all asking to have a turn. And all right, very nice. So that's that one. And okay, so this one is your hand is underneath. Okay, so your heel is in the palm of your hand. No. And then your other hand is around on the top and the bottom. Not on the toes, down on the metatarsals, this area here. And you grab the foot and you bring it round in a circle, and then bring it round back again. Okay, so you're kind of leaving the heel still, holding it so that the whole foot's not moving around. That one's sort of stable in the heel, and you're just moving the top part around. Now some bones won't be able to go in a full circle. There'll be some fusion, or it'll be a little bit stuck, or it just hasn't got the flexibility. So you just do what you can, and then maybe you might find the next time it'll be a little bit looser and a little bit looser, and you can get a bit more movement and a bit more movement through. Again, this is very good for the hips and very good for the ankles. And let's do this side. So again, use your strongest hand up here. Doing it the other way, if you're right-handed, it won't be so easy. I mean, I can do it. But quite often you'll always use your stronger hand because the foot needs a bit of gripping. You might find people will go off to sleep on you. That's a good sign. That's a compliment. When people go off to sleep and they start snoring, it's a big compliment for me. So I know that I've relaxed them enough. Okay, and the next one is the diaphragm. You're right into the diaphragm. And so this is now the base here at the bottom of the big toe, the ball of the big toe. That point, it's where the colour changes on the skin as well. And the colour goes from here to the lighter colour. And that is right around your diaphragm. So right across there. Okay, and it's right where it's nice and easy to bend those joints as well. Okay, so you're pushing in with your thumb. Use your strongest thumb again, whether you're left-handed or right-handed. I'm right-handed, so it's my right thumb that I use. And as I push in, I'm pulling down on the toe with my whole fingers here, and I'm pulling that part. So you can see it moving, and it's going over the big toe, my thumb, sorry, it's going over my thumb, and then you bring it back, and then you move your thumb over in line with the second toe, pushing in and releasing. Nice slow movements. No use going like this. That doesn't feel good for the person at all. So it's nice and relaxed and easy. And as you go across the foot, maybe 3, 4, 5 times each, in line with the metatarsals and the toes, and go right over to the fourth toe, in line with the fourth toe, and the fifth one. And some will be easier than others to do. There might be more flexibility in the first few toes, and maybe the other ones aren't so easy to move, but then you'll find more you do it, more you loosen it up. And then you go back again. So right across that area is the diaphragm. So it's the diaphragm just by your rib cages, underneath your rib cages. And so as you relax them, the person quite often starts breathing deeper. They might even be sighing. They might be yawning. Of course, yawning is always taking in a deep breath. It's a nice one. It's a very relaxing one. We have quite often quite a lot of tension around the stomach, the diaphragm, the solar plex. The solar plex is like the meter, the wiring in the house, the where the meter box is, like short circuiting, fuse blowing. So the solar plex is quite often referred to as a fuse that's gone. In other words, there's a lot of stress going on. So, you know, as you're in around this point here, it might even be a little bit tender. You might feel a bit of tightness in there as you're trying to bring this top toes down over. That's right. You just don't force it. You just back off a little bit, but you just do a little bit more. So if you're feeling tightness there, you back off and you do a little bit more gentle, but you do longer. Okay, just because there's tightness there, you don't get into it and start really getting into it. You'll bruise all the tissue and there's no need. The body won't relax any quicker. You go a little bit more slow, do a little bit more, body, you go, oh yeah, I feel safe here. I think this is good. This is okay. Okay, so you can do this a few times. Nice. And then the last one, the last relaxation technique that I'm showing you, is you're going to place your hands on the top, so you're over the big toes, and your thumb naturally goes in to that point. Let's see if I can lift it up. Right in here. Okay, so your thumb is going to go and push into this point here. Alright. And at the same time as you start to push in, you ask your client or your family member or your child or whoever it is you've got in front of you, now just take a deep breath in, and as they breathe in, you push in with your thumb and you flex down, and then you get them to breathe out and you release it, and then you ask them to breathe in again, you push in with your thumb, down with those toes, so you're flexing those toes down, okay? As you're pushing in, the person breathes out again. And then you ask them one more time, just breathe one more time. So you push in, down, and as they breathe out, you relax again. And that is all of your relaxation techniques. Okay, so it's okay to mix and match them. So you might do this one, and then you might do that for 20 seconds. Your hands might be getting a little bit tired, so you need a little break. So then you go to this one where you're relaxing the nervous system, the spinal cord, and you do that one. Okay, so you can do all of the relaxation moves on one foot first, and then go to the other foot, and then you might do that one. You don't have to have them in the order that I've given you on the pages either. Okay, then you could do this one, and then you might go back to this one, another bit of slapping, because this one's the nicest and the best one, I think. So do this one 3 times compared to the other ones once. Okay, and then pick up foot and do another twist, because you might find that it will start to relax the next time you go through. It might start to relax a little bit more. Okay, so you can mix and match. You can do the right foot first, then you can do the left foot, or you can do the left foot and then the right foot. There is no rules with which one you've got to do first. Okay, keep it easy. Keep it easy. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed part 1, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next session. Okay, thank you.